Welcome, my friends, to Skull Lantern Theater. Let's begin. Some scary stories from Reddit coming right up.
This story is from the subreddit Scary Stories and is entitled The Guest Room. A few years ago I was traveling the country and needed a place to stay for a few nights. My sister was due to give birth that week, and I was driving down to see her. I looked up a few places on my phone that weren't expensive, because at the time I was a college student and didn't necessarily have cash to just throw around. I looked at about 5 different places, but there was one that really caught my eye. The one that I found looked cute and cozy, and the room shown on the website was absolutely beautiful. In fact, it was so beautiful with the price of only $25 a night. I sent the owner a text message using the number the site had given me. The owner replied almost seconds after my text had sent. The room was all mine. I drove to the address and immediately frowned. It looked nothing like the picture the website had showed. It didn't matter, though. It was late at night and my eyes felt droopy. I knocked on the door and it swung open immediately. I was met face to face with a woman who looked to be in her late 40s. She greeted me with a smile and practically pulled me into the house. She offered me a cup of tea and some homemade banana bread as she gestured to the seat in front of her. I thanked her, but declined. I was half asleep already and was in desperate need of a soft pillow and blanket. I asked her where the guest room was, but she quickly shook her head. "Tea and bread first. I made it just for you," she said, smiling a bit too big. I know how weird and creepy it sounds, but at the time I didn't care. I'd do anything to get some sleep. I took a bite of bread and a sip of tea before asking where the room was again. She shook her head again once more. I was getting a bit frustrated, but she seemed kind, so I shoved my anger down inside. "Eat and drink all of it, please. Is it not good?" she asked with a sad tone in her voice. It kind of made me feel bad. I did as she asked, and then finally was shown the room. The room was dark, and I could barely see anything. A loud noise rung in my head, and the door shut behind me. I don't remember anything else. My memory stops there. I must have fallen asleep or something, because I woke up in the guest bed the next morning. I went to thank the owner of the house, but before leaving, I couldn't find her anywhere. I got in my car and left. I opened my phone to find 20 missed calls and 46 messages. I opened my phone confused as to why I had so many. I wasn't a particularly popular person. Most of the messages were from my mom and sister. All of the messages consisted of questions and yelling. I looked at the message history and found something so unsettling it made me dizzy and on the verge of passing out. Pictures of me asleep with someone, no, something next to me. It had a stretched out arm around me. Its long, sharp nails had me in a tight hold. In the very last photo, the creature had its mouth wide open as if ready to swallow me whole. It's been years now, and still nobody has noticed. Nobody has noticed that their daughter and sister and friend is dead inside my stomach.
We'll see you next time, my friends, for we are all just stories, written in flesh and blood.